Okay, so now let's dig into this topic of applications. You have a wearable, or you're on the fence about a wearable, but you have a smartphone, so you can definitely take advantage of applications that are on the market. And like I said, because I'm an Apple user, what I'm going to prefer is if you have an Apple phone, you're already like 2 or 3 steps or maybe a mile ahead of the game, because it comes with a nice functional fitness tracking application or software, which is called the Apple Health Kit. And through that you can track your motion, you can track your calories, and if you have a compatible heart rate monitor strap, chest strap, you can actually wear that and track your heart rate. And you can also track your protein, carbs, and stuff like that. But what's cool about the Apple Kit, or the Health Kit, the way they made it, it integrates with a lot of the applications I'm going to tell you about later, which is going to be the one I use, MyFitnessPal, for tracking your nutrition, which MyFitnessPal also partnered up with, well, it's not partnered up, but it's actually, I guess, sponsored by Under Armour. And Under Armour just released its fitness tracking application, which is called Record. My macros, which is something that those of you on the go or don't know where to eat, and say you're out of town or you're driving somewhere, you just want to change the pace. Find My Macros is something that's going to help you stay accountable, help you stay within your range of macros if you're counting them, or just help you make healthy decisions if you're looking for high fat or low fat, high protein, high carb, or whatever meal you're looking for. It's going to kind of help simplify your options, especially if you're out and on the go. And of course, from the wearables, if you chose to go with the Garmin family of wearables, there's also a native application that comes with that, or that's compatible with that, and that's the Garmin Connect. And that's going to help bring a lot of those features to life from that Garmin wearable. And I'll talk about that briefly. And then from there, there's 2 more applications that I kind of think that kind of helps you out, especially if you're either starting new or you're just constantly wanting to learn new things and you're open to change. And what that is going to be an application called Health IQ. And what that does, it actually puts together a bunch of surveys and questions, kind of tests what your level is of health, as far as health conscious foods, activities, and things of that nature, anything that applies to a healthy lifestyle. Some quizzes teach you some things kind of reiterate and go over things that you may already know, or things you may think you know but don't really know. So I think Health IQ is going to be something that you really enjoy. If you're in the gym and you don't want to waste a lot of time, you want to really maximize your workouts, I really suggest using a timer, whether it's for your warm-ups, your cardio, or actually your resistance training, or even your mobility training or corrective exercise. Setting time limits, either when you're foam rolling, or if you're kettlebell swinging, or if you're using a band, instead of counting reps, you want to do things on time under tension, then I would definitely recommend this application Timer. Apple Kit. With Apple Kit, you're going to be able to track your body measurements, your fitness, your nutrition, and also your results, and sleep and vitals if you have compatible wearables that detect those things. And you can see right there from the dashboard, you can actually pull down all these options. You can set your parameters, and you can go from there. It kind of holds you accountable, and that's why I really like that feature that's natively built into the Apple products. Next, let's talk about Find My Macros. As you can see right here, as you put in your location, it brings up any popular restaurant that's registered on there. You can also use a customized feature. If there's a mom and pop restaurant that's not featured on this listing, you can go ahead and customize and add those in there if it's somewhere that you frequent. And then you can see right there, it actually, in the map view, you can see if you're headed one way and you're in a town or something, you don't know what's going on, but you know what direction you're headed or where you're going to be at a certain point in time. You can actually map out what options you have in that area. And then from there you can see the customizable portion of it, how you can select your protein, fat, and carbs, and then it kind of throws your options into your viewfinder, so you can actually click on the options. It's going to give you the menu items that you can actually choose that fit those macro profiles. Next, let's talk about MyFitnessPal. As you can see right here, MyFitnessPal is a cross-platform. It's on both iOS and Android, and you can also use it or log into it from your computer. So therefore it makes it very accessible, and you can always stay on track, and you can make sure you're keeping yourself accountable, whether you have your phone within reach of you're sitting at your desk and you know what your day is going to be planned out to be. You can see right there how it's going to hold your totals for the day. It's going to hold you customized meals. It's going to track how many calories you burn, how many calories you have left, and any type of food that you're thinking about eating or that you're adding. You can see exactly what that food consists of as far as protein, fat, carbs, sodium, and a few other micronutrients that may be associated with that food type. And it's also customizable. You can add your customized foods and customized menus on there as well. Garmin Connect. And as you look at this, you can probably start to gauge the theme that these apps all have in common. There's going to be some type of calorie tracker, activity tracker, and some type of step tracker. And you see Garmin does the same thing. It shows you what device you actually have synced up to it and any type of parameters you have set as far as how many calories you have left, how many steps you want to take, and what type of activities you've done within that day. And also all these apps are associated with some type of community where you can actually use that for support. You can add challenges to your workouts and join different social groups. That way you can kind of give yourself more of a camaraderie or a challenge to yourself. Health HQ. And this is the one I told you that's going to be kind of a fun, I guess like a trivial type of game that you can actually play with yourself. Whether you're trying to learn information or you're just curious or just trying to pass time, but you want to actually learn something and spend that time wisely. As you can see right there, it tracks where your knowledge base is based around, whether it's muscles, food, the heart, cardio, medical. And then you can see right there, it actually has the measurement of your knowledge, and you can also improve that. You can see what parameters of knowledge that you really have a good grasp on, and which ones you really need to work on, or which ones you could improve on. And also sometimes it gives you little tidbits of information that you wouldn't have known or never even thought about. So I think it's really good to keep yourself learning, especially through the process of getting to know your body and getting to know what works for you and what doesn't, because all bodies are different, and an approach that person A took and person B took can be completely different. So therefore it kind of helps you with that. And let's talk about Fitness. I don't think I mentioned this at the actual intro, but this is, well, all these apps are applications that I use personally, all except for the Garmin, because I don't own a Garmin wearable, so I don't use it. But Fitness is one I use. It's a calendar of your workouts. It has a bunch of pre-programmed exercises that you can track your weight, your repetitions, and also it has your running, your walking. And what's good about it is that it actually has a calendar view, so you can see your consistency. Or say you missed a day of workout, or say you just want to see what you hit the last 2 days or whatever. You can actually click on the day, and it shows whether you worked chest, back, legs, if you did cardio. It just kind of, and actually on the calendar, it actually shows you in highlighted form what days you actually did something. So you can see if there's a stretch of 3 days where you didn't hit the gym, on the calendar you'll see a stretch of 3 days where there's no activity at all. And like I said, it kind of holds you accountable and also keeps a record to where you can also look in the app on, say it's an exercise you do frequently, you can track your progress on it, whether it's weights, reps, or sets. You can see what you did on day, say Monday, you did exercise, and on Friday you did the same exercise. You can pull down the screen or click an option within the app, and it'll tell you on Monday your total weight used was this, or your total weight or total reps was this. And so you can either measure that as something you want to push toward, or if you want to make sure you hit the same amount of reps, same weight and everything, and have all that for you, you can just copy that into that day, which really makes it easy. And also you can look back to the month before, the weeks before, and it gives you something to kind of show structure within your workout, which I think is very good and useful. Because like I said, it's not really a race, it's more of a marathon, and getting used to it and growing from each one of your workouts and getting stronger and getting healthier altogether. All the features that are going to come with that Fitness, and it's free as well. You're going to be able to track your strength. It has automatic timer built into it. You can track your cardio, record your calories burned, and like I said, it's all in list form. There are advanced workouts. You can share workouts if you have a friend or you join a community. You can actually post a workout and challenge people to that. It's all backed up into a cloud. You can keep notes on workouts, like if there's something going on, say this is too easy, or you change this, or you use a band, or you didn't use a band, you use gloves, you didn't use gloves, you can add those notes in there. Then also you can actually sit down and plan out your week worth of workouts. That way you're not doing things on the fly, like showing up at the gym and not knowing what to do. You can actually sit down and either have a personal trainer like myself, or someone who's writing your programs, or someone who's helping you and coaching you, can actually go through and set up your workouts and just send them to you, which I think is a really cool feature if you're working with someone or you're working with a group of people. Timer is an application. It's basically simple. It is what it is. It's a timer. It has two different formats. You can actually put it in as a regular countdown timer. You can put it in as an AMRAP, as many reps as possible. And that timer is kind of set on a CrossFit kind of fashion, but you can customize and change the rest times, change your cycle times and things like that to fit whatever workout you're doing. Or like I said, you can keep it in traditional countdown mode. It does that as well. And what's unique about this, it has I think like 10 to 15 different unique voice coaches, which they have. It's just the voice of different coaches that count down and tell you you're halfway through it, don't give up, you got 60 seconds left. It gives you countdowns like that. And you can change the voice. There's a few females and a few males on there. And as far as Under Armour Record, like I said, with the affiliation between MyFitnessPal and Under Armour, it's pretty much going to incorporate any type of tracking of your activity level, distance, calories burned, stuff like that. It's just going to keep it in another format. And so almost, I can't say all of them, but a lot of the applications, let's see, the Apple, the Garmin, the Under Armour app, they all sync into MyFitnessPal and vice versa. So I have all these applications because I use them for different things. And I usually start out with one, learned about another one, I grew into the other one. So I do use them all. But like I said, there's some of them that are kind of overkill where they do the same thing. And I think the Under Armour one is pretty much one that's going to do the same thing as your Apple Kit, if you have that, or your Garmin. Depends on the software. It just depends on which one works best for you and which one has the options that you want to use. You can't go wrong with either one. So if I had to rank these in order, like I said, since I own Apple products, I would actually go Apple first. Fitless is a must. MyFitnessPal is a must. Find My Macros is a must. And Timers is a must. As far as the Health HQ, it's very optional. Something I think you would benefit from because it's something that's going to constantly keep you thinking in a healthy, health conscious type of mind state. So I would recommend that one. Then the Garmin, if you have Garmin, you probably move that up to where I move Apple. But like I said, I don't own any Garmin wearables at this point in time, so that's why that one, for me, it kind of hits the bottom of the list. And then the Under Armour Record, it just came out in 2016 or in the last month or so. So I'm just now getting to use that one, but so far it's been an application I can see myself getting a lot more use out of it once the weather changes, when I'm doing a variety of other activities like running, biking, golfing, and things like that. So that pretty much sums up the applications for this part. So let's talk about the big bad boogeyman, FAT. What is fat and what happens to the fat once it leaves your body, or when you break it down, how does it get out of your body? Okay, that's a very interesting question. There's a lot of people, a lot of theories on it. People say it's doing number 2, some people say it's doing this and doing that. Basically what it boils down to, it's basically chemistry. And like I said, it's just for the sake of simplifying this and not going too in depth, because my background is biochemistry. So I'm not going to bore you with all the big numbers and big words, whatever. Just simplifying it. Basically, a fat molecule consists of 3 elements. You have carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. And once it goes in your body and your body actually breaks it down, it's broken down into 2 different forms. Form CO2, which is carbon dioxide. And we all know as humans we breathe out carbon dioxide and we breathe in oxygen from the plants. Then also breaks down into water. And basically there's a little energy thrown in there to help the actual reaction happen. And energy would be the movement and things of that nature. So basically we're breathing out the CO2 in a gas form, and then releasing the water through your urine, sweating and things of that nature. And so that's how the fat is actually leaving your body, through carbon dioxide and water. So basically you can simplify the way, basically the concept of losing fat is to move more, or eat less, move more. And that's basically the concept of doing cardio. And cardio could be done in the sense of you're walking and running on treadmills, or it could be something like metabolic conditioning, which is kind of the format of a HIIT training, HIIT training, where you're doing circles and cycles of exercises, and through that you're never really giving your body a chance to rest, so you're actually increasing your respiratory demands on your body, which is also a form of cardio. It doesn't have to be walking on a treadmill or whatever, and that's why those type of activities actually help produce a leaner physique. So go ahead and try that out, and I hope you like this episode, and I will be coming back with you next Monday. And don't forget to check me out on Wednesdays for my cooking videos. And if you follow me on any social media platforms, I have something going on there with 5 days a week. I have a nice little format. I have a nice little platform I've been using, and it's for you guys to stay engaged with you guys and kind of help you out along the journey and give you information that's kind of, I guess, the fresher information. That way I can communicate with you more often in the videos I put up a couple times a week. So basically I have Challenge Monday, Engagement Tuesday, What's Cooking Wednesday, Fitness Tip Thursday, and Weekend Warrior Fridays. And so, like I said, I have all my social media information and contact in the description below. So if you want to take part in that and use that information to your advantage, or just be in the know, go ahead and link me on any of those. Go ahead and link me on any of those social media contacts at the bottom within the description, and you'll be included in. That was a little fun fact I wanted to share with you guys. I hope you liked that, and I hope you liked this episode. Thanks for watching, and this has been Rules of Engagement, episode 2. So I kept it short and sweet for you this week, and I'm going to build from that platform and bring you some more how-to videos. And like I said, I've been speaking highly on mobility, so I will start that series on next Monday. So see you later. Peace. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below of any topic you want me to cover, and I will try to make sure I get to that topic in the next or the upcoming episodes of Rules of Engagement. And I really appreciate you guys, and thanks for watching.